what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion, even though I offer all of the solutions. I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless, I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt, never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm, I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me? Then will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me? But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt, never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm, I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion, even though I I offer all of the solutions. I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless. I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palm. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares. See me right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me? And 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 will you get bored of killing me?
I'm sorry, I couldn't get the binoculars out in time.
Look, well, let's not stand on ceremony, mate. Let's start the show.
Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Um, we are having a few technical difficulties, so I do apologize about the lengthy sort of startup time. But as you can see, we got the Emblem celebration 7-day check-in event going on, so make sure that you guys aren't missing out on that. So you can get you some mythic emblem data. Okay. And there we go. Sorry about the wait, but yeah. We are up and cooking with all the gas. On 792 VIP 7 on some gear up kits, huh? It's kind of weird. I've never seen that particular reward before. And then VIP 5. Oh, this is where they transferred some of the reward to for the okay. So I haven't fully enveloped myself in the update as far as like some of the stuff that changed whenever Multiverse Invasion went away. So my apologies there, but yeah, I guess that's kind of how they folded those rewards in. I don't see any boost points anywhere, I don't think. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see any boost points anywhere, so we should be all right. So let us go ahead and see if we can find a couple of people to carry. Actually, we got quite a few people on. See if I can get my boy Marvelous in here. Yo, my guy Sentry is an absolute beast, man. He is an absolute freaking beast. Yeah, but I do wish Magic was able to hold out a little bit longer. If I had a better artifact, then yeah, that would be so much better. But still able to gain the victory. Yeah, so the Hulkling Wiccan thing is pretty much a done deal. We did get some data mined information, as I'm sure you are all aware by now, of who's coming next, basically. But hear me out. So this is data mined information, so please take it with a grain of salt, but for this particular data mine, there are 3 characters, which is not unheard of, but for a mid-month is a bit unusual, especially a seasonal. So what I'm assuming, and I think what a lot of other people are assuming, is that Madeline is going to be and it sucks considering that Madeline is a Epic Quest Crystal Wall, big bad sort of situation. Like the reward for the Epic Quest. Like takes purchasing an entirely different character in Hope Summers, similar to Magneto, to even unlock her. Similar to the Jean Grey situation, although a lot worse. But to give her a seasonal AWOL uniform, it's really kind of sucky. And they have been taking a lot of those, the older seasonals. They've been rotating a lot of them out. Storm, they took out a seasonal. Hell, of course. Gwenpool for the longest time was in seasonal hell with 2 back-to-back uniforms. So they have been doing a good job of rotating them out. And it's much, much worse for the female characters than it is for the male characters, because the males aren't necessarily restricted from free-to-play, although it does suck that they aren't ever discounted. So that does suck as a free-to-play. I get it. but you at least still have access if you so choose to pick up a Black Bolt or a Phil Coulson. Not saying you should pick up Black Bolt. I would actually pass on his seasonal now, but you know, when it came out, it was really, really good. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So Madeline, Native Tier 2, Epic Quest, seasonal. I think that's kind of a first. They've done it for Native Tier 2s in the past in Thanos, although Thanos was a male character, so once again, full cost uniform. But this is different because you have to spend money, so really feels kind of scummy. Yeah, the good side is, if there is a good side, the seasonal uniforms usually tend to be pretty darn strong for the most part. They usually tend to hold their value for the most part. So, you know, that's kind of the thing. Yo, what's up, Carter Kid? Welcome back. But yeah, that's kind of the thing is, you know, giving the seasonal uniform to a Native Tier 2 Epic Quest female character. That's the big bad, like the you know, that is the cake of the Epic Quest. It's not the icing, it's the cake. You know what I mean? It really kind of feels scummy. But hopefully it'll be a good uniform that'll hold its value for quite a long time. And then you have a Native Tier 3 here again. Just when a lot of us are either finishing off Tier 3 or Tier 4ing the last Native Tier 3, here they come with another one. So it's kind of a never-ending sort of cycle, which is why I was like, they really need to stop dropping these characters. And they are really, which, you know, this used to be kind of a thing, but not so much anymore. We'll wait to do that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and start clearing out some of these. But yeah, really the kind of sucky thing. You know, is that hopefully they'll kind of stop that trend, or at least give us a little bit of time and work on other things than trying to figure out new ways to empty players' wallets. And actually do things to make the game fun, or more fun beyond just quality of life stuff. I mean, sure, the quality of life stuff helps, but I'll point it out to you here in just a second. But me and Marvelous talked about this shit the other day. When you compare the tabs in the enter, and it's been that way for a while. You know, they didn't have to remove Multiverse Invasion, at least for me to notice this. when you go into the rest of these tabs, they're brimming with game modes. Story mode, Dimension Mission, Multiverse Invasion, Epic Quest, right? Dispatch. You go into challenge mode and you get World Boss, you get Zombie Survival. We'll touch more on that here in a second. Shadowland, Dimension Rifts. You could argue whether or not you want to keep the legendary battles in the game or not, but personally, I think that's just there's no point in really removing them. It's a really good way for new players to get free stuff, and free powerful items for pretty cheap. But you go to the arena, you got Team Battle Arena, Alliance Battle, Otherworld Battle Timeline, and then you get down here to the co-op, and you have essentially one game mode, because World Event, most people hardly play it, and then you have World Giant Boss Raid, and most people play Giant Boss Raid, but they haven't done anything with this game mode in a while. Since the advent of Tier 4, actually. Let me pull this up. So, but this is what I'm talking about. You look at the abundance of game modes in Mission and Challenger, or in Challenge mode and Arena mode, and then you get over here to co-op, and it's just so barren now. Now, Zombie Survival, this was originally supposed to be a multiplayer game mode, remember, fellas? And it kind of became something different. So I'm itching to see if they're making room for this to move to the co-op tab. And maybe come with another co-op game mode or new Giant Boss Raid. They did say something about a collab a few months back involving Annihilus, so we'll have to wait and see how that's gonna shake out. Need some help with your P cards. What is the best card set? PvE and PvP. Fight with my team. I want to see how bad my team is. Okay. What's your IGN? You agent, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Let's see here. Timeline, friendly match. $11 and $4 in gold. Okay, we'll do this. Let's see here. Where the hell is he? There he is. And who else? Who else? Who else? Oh, yeah. That works. She can buy time. Not the typical timeline team, I know. Let's see. Gold. Oh no, you're in plat. You're in plat. Okay. We'll see what's up. Oh shit, this is my Sentry team. Why is it my Sentry team? Okay. I mean, Surfer and all of them. Oh yeah. Why it put that team in? Like, what's the point? What is the point if it's not gonna? Like, I know I can do it. Yes. Okay, maybe that's what I have to do. Change it there. There we go. Don't use double support. Yeah, but it's also tier 3s and not tier 4s. So that's the other thing. I'm trying to figure out why Hela is having such a tough time here, but yeah. I don't think she has any penetration until she pops off at tier 3, so. I'm gonna try some other teams though too. Like I'm gonna throw Magic in there. Maybe Deadpool, something like that. Let's see here. Here, we'll try this. We'll try a non-meta team. And we'll see if these guys can pull it off. Doesn't he have debuff cleanse for everybody at least? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that. Wolverine, can you come in the clutch? Yeah, so got a ways to go, my guy. Got a ways to go, but you are competing though, and you are able to get kills, so that's good. Just, you know, keep doing what you're doing. Keep working on them cards. Just keep grinding, my G. Let's see. You said something too also about and if you got any requests as far as like teams that you want me to put up against your team, let me know in the chat. Yeah, 2% Pierce, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not just the 2% Pierce though. A lot of people tend to get that twisted. You do got the 20% HP, right? Which I don't think I have on my main deck anymore. I don't think. I mean, let me not get the line, but your cooldown is straight. You got some attack. The other thing that you want to do for your PvP is pump HP into your cards. So, you know, if you can get HP to roll as a crafted stat, that's great. If you can get a little bit of HP coming from fixed stats on certain cards, like the new Avengers #9, which I see that you have, that's also great. And that's going to help you out a lot. I mean, survivability is kind of important. You know what I mean? You can't survive, then you can't do the damage, but you just got to keep pushing. That's all. Let's see here. And you got some pretty solid builds. Mythic uniform on this guy with a mighty conquest. Yep, I see you're pumping. In lieu of this energy attack down here at the bottom, I would probably flip that to HP. For all of them, so you have 2 HP coming, because you already have energy attack coming from like 2 or 3 Odins. So you want at least 2 to 3 HP coming from all of these, because he's primarily a PvP character anyway. So the more HP that you can pump up there, the better. The double HP Odin's Blessings for him work wonders. So this is currently what I'm rocking on my Sentry. Got the double HP Odin's Blessing with 2 HP Urus, energy attack, double energy attack. Right? Double HP, 2 HP, energy attack, crit damage, a little bit of crit damage. Double HP, a little bit of dodge, double HP, and energy attack, crit damage. I'm probably over on my crit damage by a lot. So 3.4%, and then over on ignore defense. So yeah, I need to flip one of those to like crit rate or something so I can max my crit rate out. But you know, that's the thing, is being able to pump up the volume on your stats. I mean, you're sitting at 98,369 HP on this guy, so you don't have like a small amount of HP by any means. Rolling these guys to HP, like how you have this one that's all attack HP, rolling this to something like all attack or energy attack HP instead of the energy of physical defense, that would also help you out a lot. What else? Okay, that's where your HP is coming. Like, where is he getting all this extra HP from? But yeah. And then the same thing with this guy if you're going to build him primarily for PvE. But I do understand, because you're having to mitigate for a lot of stats as well, like ignore defense and skill cooldown in some cases, shit like that. So I get it. Like, I get why you're having to do what you're having to do, because you're covering for deficiencies while you're building your card set. Damn, and you rolled this quality 7. That's not bad. And then the 11%. Oh, is that coming from a blue card? That's the main question. At 11% skill cooldown. Need to work on your cards. Give me suggestion about which cards you should remove and equip. Okay. So for a hybrid set, New Avengers number 9, the Luna Snow card, I feel they work really well together. The main card that you should be going after, though, is going to be the Ghost Rider card, because of the all attack proc, and the Zombies card because of the HP proc, and it has Ignore Dodge as a fixed stat, which is it's the only card in the game that has that as a fixed stat, which is huge and it's amazing. With all attack and HP in the top slots, so pretty strong card. I would definitely recommend going after those two. New Avengers number 9 is going to work well with that because you have Ignore Defense and HP coming from the top slots with crit damage, which is a cappable stat, but you still kind of need it. You can roll this thing for all attack or energy attack. And then in the second slot, skill cooldown is kind of the way that you want to go there. So you would have the Ghost Rider card, and that thing has all defense, energy, and physical attack with the all attack proc. And you can either roll cooldown or dodge on it if you need, depending on what your needs are. And then in the second slot, you can roll either critical rate or critical damage. Those are the two that you're going for there. Depending on what your needs are, the Luna Snow card just works in so many situations. So you want to kind of keep that card. It's going to help you out on your crit rate. And I believe the New Avengers number 9 is going to be the crit damage side of that. So you get where you'll have a little bit of an extra stats to play with. Rolling this thing for HP for a flex sort of deck would be nice. You're still gonna need a little bit more cooldown, and you're gonna need a little bit more Ignore Defense. So you could roll Ignore Defense and cooldown duration on this card. And I think, yeah, you would be sacrificing energy attack doing that. But it's okay because you'd be getting it in such abundance from other sources, the Luna card and, others. So it would be kind of attack heavy, but with enough HP to keep you alive. The baby Spidey card is also another good consideration. But it would depend on how you mix and match, right? This one would give you some of the Ignore Defense that you would need. And then you can roll energy and physical attack. And then in the bottom slot, you can roll your HP there. Or you can settle for crit rate or dodge, depending on quality. I did say Guardians of the Galaxy, best story ever. This is a really good flex card because you get HP and all attack in the top slots. Although I do think it's kind of lost value with some of the newer cards that have come out, kind of either displacing it or putting it in a position where you need to grab another card in its place to kind of make up for the things that this card lacks easily. So that's kind of where you wound up falling when you equip this card. It really just depends on, it's a good card. Don't get me wrong, great flex card. You can build it for PvP. You can build it for PvE. It's one of the best cards in the game for that. But when you start throwing the Ghost Rider card and the Zombies card, say you throw those two on the same deck, where you're gonna almost need a New Avengers #9, if you're talking about a hybrid set, you're going to need something like that. New Avengers #9, maybe even the Gwenpool card. You see I'm building this because this thing has HP when dodging. This guy has HP when attacking, and then this guy has HP when getting hit. So that's a 60% increase. I want to see if it works. So I'm going to try it. I know these two will work at the same time. And the reason why a lot of people never ran this card is because it didn't offer as much as the rest. But if I'm getting HP from the top slot, cooldown duration, ignore defense, you know, and I'm able to roll HP and all attack, or the HP proc and all attack, then, you know, me getting something like a dodge or attack speed in this slot isn't so bad, right? Preferably dodge. And then this becomes kind of a really good situation. This is probably the best way that you can roll this card in particular. So for what I need to get out of, you know, the cooldown duration and ignore defense situation, without having to roll a lot of that in crafted stats, that's kind of what I'm going for. And then that way with my crafted stats, I can focus more on things that are a lot more difficult to cap. Dodge, you know, HP, things that don't have a cap, all attack, physical attack, energy attack, things of that nature. So that's kind of where I'm going with that set. I'm probably going to eventually remove this card. I just haven't really made my mind up yet. And that would be, of course, to keep my hands on this guy. And you see they all have something in common. They all have HP as the first or the second slot. So I'm rocking with this set right now as is at least 50% HP. And we're at 56 plus a triple proc. And I'm really thinking about switching this for something like for something like this. I just have to get another one. And then I can just have the all attack proc instead of an energy or physical. And I think that'll kind of work. And I also think it'll help make up for a lot of the lack of attack that I'd be getting. So I mean, it's either that card for me, or if I can get my hands on the Galactus card, because that's all attack, all defense, cooldown duration. I may need a little extra cooldown duration and then use the attack instinct proc. With possibly crowd control time or ignore defense if I need it, and then dodge, or possibly even all resistance. I think equipping that in its place would be a really strong PvP deck. For your card purposes, you're kind of looking for something more flex. So yeah, Black Panther is a good setup for the way that you're going with it right now. I would finish off New Avengers #9, and then I would go after one of the newer cards, either the Galactus card and build it for PvE, or the Ghost Rider card and go for the all attack or the all instinct proc. The Cable card you may eventually replace because you got cooldown coming from here. You can roll cooldown on the Luna card. You're gonna have to re-roll it for the all attack, for the energy attack proc anyway. That's gonna get replaced with either Ghost Rider or Gladiator. And the thing is, there are free-to-play ways to get that Ghost Rider card. One of the best ways is going to be right here in the dispatch shop. Wait a minute, is it the dispatch shop? Or was it another? I think it had to have been another shop. Let's see. It's not the Shadowland shop. Definitely not there. It was some damn shop I seen that in earlier. Definitely not there. I could have swore I saw that in here earlier when I was talking to Marvelous. The Ultimates bios are in there. It's not in the normal shop either. Shouldn't be any premium cards in there though. I don't know, some damn free-to-play way that I saw where you can get that card from. I know you can get it from your pools, from these guys. I know it's in here, so you can get it this way, free to play. Unless hey, I've been looking for you. Okay, so yeah, that was cool. And totally unexpected, but yeah, let's lock that thing down. And too bad it wasn't a good roll, but I'll deal with it. So we got a card to unequip. But yeah, that way that way definitely works. Sit around, talk about it, and pull the damn card. Hey man, trust me, that never happens to me. I was totally expecting to get like a Loki card or some shit. There was another free way to get that damn thing. And I was surprised to see the card in there. That's why I remember it. I just don't remember where. Oh, that's dope. I didn't know this was here either. So let me take advantage. Get a little bit of carbo, and we'll get a little bit of soul. I don't know. It'll come to me. But yeah, that's kind of what I would start attacking if I were you. As far as the cards, I would just I would come at it from that direction. Just build a hybrid set, and then whenever you're ready to be more focused as far as so you'll have one in like 4 days. And then whenever you're ready to focus more, in both lanes, you can spend 1,000 crystals and start to differentiate. I really wish they had that 24-hour card pool, similar to how they have with the CTPs. It's not an existing item in the game yet, but it's kind of one that I wish they'd come with. Because pulling premium cards does become, or is, expensive, so but for now, for a kind of single hybrid sort of situation, that would be the best way to go. Get you, 2 to 3 cards with HP, depending on whether you value PvP or PvE more, and then get you 2 to 3 cards with attack, depending on whether you value PvP or PvE more. Within those cards, a few of them should have enough cooldown duration and enough ignore defense, preferably 30% or close. Now, whether you get like 20% of that from the fixed stat on the card, and then you go after the crafted stat, 10% one way, 10% the other, that's totally up to you. But either way, you'll need about 30% cooldown and about 30% ignore defense coming from your cards. Once you get that solved, then everything else is about, raising your attack, raising your HP. That's basically where you want to focus. If you get, all defense, crowd control time, these sorts of things, those are just sprinkles on top. And then, of course, your specialized stats, attack procs, HP procs, instinct attack, this sort of stuff. Honestly, I think there are about 6 or 7 cards in the game that are like and maybe we should do an update card guide. But yeah, personally, I think the best 6 or 7 cards in the game are gonna be the Ghost Rider card, of course, the Galactus card, the Zombies card, the Luna Snow card, probably the Crescent card, New Avengers #9, Baby Spidey, and actually I would say Baby Spidey ahead of Crescent, honestly. And what else? What is that? Galactus, Zombies, Ghost Rider, Luna, New Avengers #9, that's 5. Baby Spidey makes 6. And then I would probably throw Gwenpool into that mix, because I think for what the card brings to the table and will kind of allow you to do with a deck is so. I think the reason why it doesn't get a lot of consideration is because of the way that the card system was set up before. A lot of these newer cards came in, right? And I'm not using my second deck right now, by the way, but before we started getting a lot of these cards with the all attack proc, the extra HP procs, the instinct proc, right? These cards are kind of changing the landscape to such a degree where the value of this card has come back. Because if you notice with a lot of those cards, if you want to equip them, you're losing out on things like Ignore Defense. Nowhere to be found on this card without sacrificing something. And the same thing with this guy, right? No Ignore Defense, no cooldown duration in a usable sort of slot. Yeah, the second slot, you'll get that 5% if you want, but you know, it's either or, Ignore Defense or cooldown duration, right? So you're kind of stuck with having to make a choice. Ghost Rider's in a little bit better position. And then if you come down here and you look at the Galactus card, you know, the HP proc is, or the HP stat is in the same slot with the instinct. So you have that. You do have cooldown duration on this card, dodge and Ignore Defense, so you can roll those, but there are also better options, right? You could roll crit rate, you could roll crowd control time. Not that that's a better option than Ignore Defense, but you know, if you roll this thing crit rate, crit damage in lieu of, say, Ignore Defense, that would then allow you to plug in something like the Gwenpool card, right? And let that take care of all of your cooldown duration, ignore defense needs, and get a little bit of dodge, a little bit of all attack, and an HP proc out of that. It's just rebalancing. You know, personally, I think it's really good. On the outskirts, I would probably put Guardians of the Galaxy Best Story Ever. Maybe there are a few more cards in there. But one of the things that all of the cards that I named have in common is they either have an HP proc, all attack proc, an energy attack proc, or a physical attack proc, right? It's part of what makes Baby Spidey so lethal. Or no, Baby Spidey doesn't have the physical attack proc, but he does have the all attack, HP, energy, and physical that you can roll. So yeah, so that's kind of the trade-off between that and the Crescent card, because the Crescent card I think has a physical attack proc. Let's see here. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, so yeah, they are kind of in the same boat. So this is the one with the physical attack proc then. Okay, I'm getting it confused with the White Fox card. But then you're also getting two fixed stats, or stats that cap easily, in ignore defense and crit damage when you have better options. So on other cards. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. So yeah. How many people get 130% attack and 120% max HP? The Ultra Megalodons. You know, if you look at what I'm rocking, I only have 52% HP with all attack proc and an energy attack proc. And then, you know, I got the triple over here. So that's going to wound up being, you know, was it 110% when it's all said and done on the HP, but very, very little pierce. So, you know, got plenty of ignore defense, got plenty of cooldown duration. So that's not going to be a problem. Got a little bit of dodge, some defense, you know, some physical shot of energy. But the problem with this deck really is the pierce, and I think one of the rolls, and me needing to switch a card or two. So, but we working on it. We working on it. I finally got that last piece of the puzzle. So we will get all of this figured out. Let's run a little bit of dispatch farming. Oh, dispatch does use boost points. So we can't do that because I'm waiting for that 40 boost points. Sure, why not? Who's excluded? Oh, no requirement? Okay. I should have probably ran this with Fury and Coulson, but I wouldn't have got the one buff. Let's pop off. Hmm. Hmm. I think I might have found a new sort of play style. All right. Oh, you got a damage block up? Hold up. Whoa, what is going on? Why can't I hurt this dude? Yeah, I'm not gonna go another Bucko foe without Storm. All right. Ooh. That was a nice chunk of grub you knocked off right there. Wow, he keeps running from the damage. That's why I hate being on the edge, because then he skates. If I'm in the middle, then I at least got the opportunity to track. Okay. There we go. You just gotta wait it out. That sucks. Oh, can we clap? Yes. That bar is filling up really fast. Can we clap? Oh no. There we go. There we go. Oh, we into the bonus time now? Oh, he's wasting my time. Yeah, couldn't get the damn thing off of him so I could clap him. That's all good. We probably gonna need one more after this. All right. Where am I from? Texas. Texas, Texas, Texas. Born and raised. And currently residing. But yeah. Or am I? But not, yeah, I'm from Texas, bro. Ah, shit. Let's send out the bat signal once again. How do you get a brilliant CTP? So it's basically RNG. It's luck, really. But there is a method that can increase your chances of getting a CTP, but you have to wait until the bonus comes around. Essentially, you have to make a mighty CTP. It's in the reforging process. So you basically take 2 of the same CTP and then add to that, I think up to 5 or 7 other CTPs, some shit like that. And that'll increase your chances on bonus from like a regularly 9% to I think 21% or some shit like that. Mind you, you still have a chance of getting a brilliant CTP with just using 2 CTPs, albeit a very low chance. I did have it happen to me once, and it was when I was crafting oh god, I think it was like an authority or something, and it turned into a brilliant, and I was so fucking happy. I have since traded that brilliant authority for a brilliant liberation. So I don't have it anymore. That's the brilliant liberation that I have on Nick Fury. And then I also got a brilliant energy from, I think, doing that on a very low level, like only adding 1 or 2 additional CTPs to it, and I got it to convert to a brilliant on Chance Up, and I have since traded that energy for I traded the energy for the liberation, and I traded the authority for a brilliant rage. That's what it was. So the brilliant rage is currently on my Mephisto, and the brilliant liberation is currently on Nick Fury. At tier 3, my guy putting it down. What you mean? Let me see something. Oh, this shop hasn't reset yet, but this one did. Oh, so no tier 3, huh? So who hits hard in lieu of their tier 3? Say, damn, where y'all at? Well, I could go Ancient One for the elemental damage. And the ignore dodge. But Coulson just offers so much more. Although his insight will not be working because, or one of them's won't be working. Either him or White Fox. Look at all the freaking buffs. I was gonna say, it should be good on the elemental damage because they're both rocking Judgment. So that's gonna be the cleanup for that damage bucket. Oh. Oh, are they going up? Oh, yep, this ain't gonna work right here. Okay. Everybody out there gigging. Let's turn it down one and see if that is the sauce. Okay, they seem to be holding together a lot better here. Thirty seconds to go. Meter is climbing. Okay, they're able to push it back down. It's a good sign. Getting close. Yep. Okay. All right. They're able to pull it off on stage 3 easily. Let's try throwing Storm in there. Then we'll put I don't know. Mm-mm-mm. We'll try throwing Riri out there. But I don't know. I don't think I'll be getting as much from the damage to boss types as I think, because most of the mobs aren't boss types. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so you have the Ghost Rider card, but you don't have the zombie card. So the zombie card is the one with the HP proc. When attacking, you have New Avengers number 9, so you at least have 1 HP proc. So there are other cards that you can use in place of that. Like if I get that Galactus card, then I'll probably either have to pull Baby Spidey off my main deck, or I'll have to pull more than likely it's going to be the Cable card. More than likely. Yeah, because it shares too many good stats on the same line. Physical attack, HP, crit rate. And not enough spread out everywhere else. So it'll definitely have to be something like that. For me. But the main thing with cards is being able to know how to work with what you got and knowing what's a placeholder and what's not. If it's a placeholder situation, it's definitely going to be a card I don't mind overwriting because I don't like spending crystals taking a card off. So, yeah. But, you know, depending on how you want to take the game and where things kind of evolve to on your roster, that's going to determine, you know, in the cards that you pull, right? That's kind of going to determine how you're going to have to go about building your deck to a degree. But once you get it where you need it, you know, you'll be straight. You got the main two things out of the way, your ignore defense and your cooldown. So it'll just be about working around those stats. Those are the two stats that you really can't function properly in the game without. They hinder you so much. Like they're important, but it's not as important as, say, Pierce. But you know, if you get 25% Pierce on your cards and you don't have enough, you know, you're rocking 10% skill cooldown and 3% ignore defense. Yeah, you're gonna kind of be screwed. You know what I mean? And be wondering, well, why am I not hitting hard enough? You're not mitigating defense and you're not casting enough skills. Okay, this is number 3 right here. Well, I got my numbers here on what I need. No, I don't. Thought I did. I thought I had my numbers. Apparently I don't. I thought I had worked out exactly how much carbo and souls and all of that stuff that I needed for being able to tier 4 Windpool, and Mephisto. And I think it was somewhere in the neighborhood of 3,500 or 3,600 souls. And, or it might have been 33. I think it was like 25 and 8 or something like that. Oh, I didn't mean to run this again. Let's turn off auto repeat. We'll let this play out since I've already jumped in. Running it one more time won't hurt. But yeah. But yeah, it's a few things that I had in store. We're probably gonna do a video where we do a triple tier 4. So Mephisto, Windpool, and one other character. As part of the selector, of course. So y'all definitely make sure y'all tune in for that. Okay, there we go. Get everything. We sure did. Cool. That's enough for another pickup. Okay, we got enough to do Mephisto now, actually. So we need 2,300. We're gonna hang off. We're not gonna do this just yet. Need 1,500. We need 1,300 carbo, so we're way over on carbo. That's great. And we need 23 souls. Okay. And then for Gwenpool, we need 1,500 soul, 800 carbo, and 1,000 life seed. So we're almost there on the life seed. We only need 2,500. We're almost there on the carbo. We only need 2,100. So really what's going to be holding us up is going to be the souls. And we need 3,800. So we are about 1,300 souls short, but we're under 100 carbo to go, and we're under 500, no, under 400 life seed to go. Like 3 and some change. So yeah, that video is rapidly approaching. And we haven't even run World Boss yet, so definitely going to be pushing for Soul of the Faltine on everything. Well, let me get my bearings right quick. That's what it is, inventory. No? I need to do some artifact pulls too. Thought the inventory would have been kind of raggedy. It should be what, 4? Oh no, it's just a. What am I running on? No. Okay. All right. Okay. So that is a pickup. Oh yeah, we need to definitely go pull for artifacts because of timeline survival. Let's see here. That works. That works. Hmm. And send you through the foolishness. Wow, I'm just not gonna get the damn thing, am I? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Oh, get out the way of that. $30 seconds, 15 bars. Come on, is it gonna be enough? Wow. Could have got it with better gameplay. That's okay. I kind of want to try something else anyway. Um, mm-mm. Throw Spidey in there. Yeah, picking up the lights for one will definitely help me out. All right. Nice. All right. Hit you with that delay so I can see where the light is gonna pop up. Yeah, we're making much better time. Yeah, got you in the foot race. Or did he get that light? I didn't think he had one, so maybe he did get that. Oh. All right, let's go. All right. That's the third skill there, but that's not that bad. There we go. He definitely got to it before me on that one. Got clipped by the blade twister. Okay, y'all making up that time on that bullshit. Ten bars, 40 seconds. Whoa. Cannot let you get that. Oh, they missed the fourth skill? Really? This has got to be difficult, huh? 15 seconds to go. And was able to push a little bit further. Hey, hey, hey. 2 booty boxes. Nice. Got me a 2 for 1 and a double on the carbo. Very nice. Let me see if my boy Thor is able to do something. Damn blade twister. Wait a minute, this is the same damn stage. Yeah. Picked up a light. Nice. All right. Still got him. Oh, wow. Yeah, so I say I gotta be careful I don't get clapped. Oh, wow, he one-shot Hulk? Okay. Yeah. Not gonna keep going back and forth with you. I don't honestly think Thor was strong enough to finish that stage anyway. Not without proper support. It's starting to get there. Like proper support, or maybe a brilliant CTP and better cards. What the hell? How do you get two? Wow. I'm just not capable of picking up a light, huh? Yep, you're trying some slick shit. Of course. I knew you was trying some slick shit. Just can't be trusted. Oh, there go the 58 and the 72. So, yeah, and another booty box. Man, if I can get lucky and get some tier 4 mats out of the booty box, that would be amazing. All right. Oh, you just cutting all the way up. All right. Why did I walk into that? Ooh. Oh, nice. I don't even know how you got two of them joints, but it ain't gonna matter here in a second. Oh, that's right. He's not tier 4 yet. So that's why I have a Gambit in there. Okay. How do you get pulled in? Oh, wow. He just clapping everybody. The hell done got in the Black Dwarf. right. All right, there we go. Finally able to get that. Certainly took a while. Sure, why not? At least you got some good buffs to go with it. Didn't even see what that was. Tried to fake me out with the striker. Okay, 310 left. 24 bars. Oh, almost there. Oh shit. I'll finish this off with, was it 13 bars, 234? I might be able to do this. Whoa. Wow. The foot speed for Wolverine is not all that. Yeah, hit you with that Dark Child transformation and lay you out. Okay. So Storm was able to get us close enough. And then Wolverine and Magic did the rest. Not what I was hoping for, but I will take it. Also not what I was hoping for, but I will take it. Also, I think we have 4 days on this tier 2 selector. So we're going to go ahead and use it, I think, on the new guy. I don't think I can use it on anyone else worthwhile. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. I don't have any of the same 2 ISO. Oh yeah, I do. Okay. Yeah, we're going to run it just like that and see what we can do. And we'll be right back. Okay. Oh, we are back, obviously. Like you can hear that. Like I'm up. Okay. Got 8 days on that, so we'll leave boost points. Hmm. There we go. That'll rip. And go farm me some junk. Yeah, but there's really no way to like farm for brilliant CTPs. Even a lot of those chests that, you know, they have a chance to drop a brilliant, but it's really no guarantee. So okay. One down, 99 to go. Yo, Bubba, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel, bro. Okay, we got 5 minutes left on the riff. 131. So that's another 650. $725. To go on top of the essence I already had. Okay, so that gives me 12,000 essence. See if we get lucky, and we don't. All right. This is not looking good so far. Okay. Three-star Elven Rage is not very good. And these pulls are not the best either. So I think I'll hold on to my emblem tickets possibly until after reset. A 6-star Vulture. No, good 6-star would be nice. Oh, wow. Yeah, the odds that Vulture ever gets a uniform at this point is or another uniform is slim to none. Okay, it looks like Vulture sucked out a luck. Oh, okay. Let's say it looked like Vulture sucked out a luck out the room, but 4-star man thing, not bad. Would be nice if I could get something for a character that I already have at tier 4 that I don't have an artifact for, that I kind of need one for. A 6-star storm would be nice. Got a few more pulls. Oh, come on. Something. Hey. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, so we got ourselves a 6-star Vulture. It's a decent artifact, but Vulture is trash right now. We got ourselves a 4-star Athena, so a 4-star for a character we don't have yet. I got ourselves a 4-star man thing, and then we got ourselves a 3-star Malekith, and I think I have a better Malekith. So that's gonna amount to trash more than likely. Yep. Maybe I get lucky. Or not. So essentially 3 artifacts for 12K. I don't know. I would have liked to seen better. I do have a 4-star that's going to come out of there. So it's not a complete waste of time. Yeah, so we are sitting on more than enough soul and, or actually, no, we're not on more than enough soul. We need more soul. We're more than enough on carbo. And we need around another 13, a little over 1,300 soul. So I think this is a good spot to leave it. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here. It's been a pleasure hanging out with y'all once again. Actually, you know what? We're going to go out to some dispatch. Yeah, but like I said, it's been a pleasure hanging out with y'all once again. Y'all make sure y'all sound off in the comments for anything that you want to see as far as what relates to the game. If there's anything specific you want to see, sound off in the comments below. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. Make sure y'all smash that like. And we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
I'm about to fade away. Cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby, have a taste. All the